How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Airport CEO. Welcome back to Belfast City Airport, and welcome to the day when I finally stop talking about remote stand services and just build them. I've been talking about them on and off for a while. We've also just completed our automation research, which is very exciting because that is going to be needed for my remote stand service plans. I guess now we just have to figure out what else I'm going to be doing in terms of research, because I hadn't really thought this far ahead, you know? I guess proactive maintenance is going to be worthwhile. That's probably something that we want. We probably want to look into making the airport nice and clean. And just like that, we also have remote stand services, which, again, very excited about. Now, we currently can't get shops and cafes because we need a franchise director. So if we head over to executives, I don't remember exactly what we're looking for. CFO, was that procurement director? Was that what we're looking for instead? Was it franchise or procurement? It is a hired strategy director. It's neither is what it is. It's a strategy director. So you are going to be hired. We'll go and get you trained up to be a little bit better. And I guess now we will go and start researching shops, which is going to be another way to make a little bit of money that I'm very excited about. And now I suppose it's about time. Oh, I've just realized that we're doing faster. It's a 60. These are 61% faster. Yeesh. Okay. All right. That explains a lot. That's why research is going nuts. Okay. I'm absolutely on board for that. 100%. All right. Let's start figuring out this remote stand business. I think it's about time that we get this going. I have absolutely, oh, it's in here. So this is the airside shuttle bus stop. This will let us connect to a terminal. So this thing should be somewhere like here. People then go and get on the bus, and the bus goes out to a stand. So let's do some medium helicopter stands, because that seems like a really good idea. That seems like something that's kind of exciting to me. So I want to do 1, 2, actually, I don't want to do them there. I want to do them here. 1, 2, oh, if I can't really do 3. I was hoping it would line up with the existing road, but it sort of doesn't unless I move it right over against this road. That's frustrating is what that is. That is very, very frustrating. Okay. So these are going to be, I'm pretty sure these can be remote stands, right? I'm fairly sure that these can be, I'm hoping that these can be set up to be remote stands. Yeah, I'm sure they can be. I'm sure I'm not investing in something that's gonna come back to be an absolute pain at some point. Let's do this. And I guess let's do some small helicopters up here as well. I'm gonna space, oh, how do I want to space this out? You know what? This entire thing needs to be shifted over a little bit. So let me, I'm gonna get it right eventually. Let's do this. I guess we'll keep it kind of this distance. So we'll do 1, 2, and yeah, we'll do a small one down there as well. So a little small one just here. I could put some distance between them. I actually like that. I think that'll be pretty good. And then we'll have this sort of loop around, and we can do something like that, I guess, because these two are going to go away. That's sort of the plan. That's a lot of helicopters, man. That is a lot of helicopters, but I think it's going to be good. It's a lot of money that I'm spending right now, but the theory is that it's going to be worth it, right? That's the goal. That's the hope. That's the ambition here. It's just whether or not that works out is the thing we're going to have to deal with. But for now, let me just go ahead and get myself some fences that come down and around all of this, because we do want it to be nice and secure. That's obviously kind of important. So something like that should be fine. I think we can then go ahead and get rid of these fences over here because they're not going to be needed anymore. So this entire thing just goes away. We need to get rid of that gate right there. And then we'll just do some fence gates down in that corner. We'll do a fence gate down in that corner. And we'll do a fence gate right about there as well. And that'll be fine. That's so much money. That is so much money. I've also realized that I'm not leaving myself a lot of space for the remote stand service. So, you know what might actually be a really good idea? Is getting rid of one of these stands. I think getting rid of that one, extending this bit of terminal down a little bit, so getting rid of that fence as well is going to be kind of important. So just all of this can go away. That gate can go away, and we'll figure out the roads once everything's been demolished. I have a bit of an idea for how it'll work, something like this and this. Although in saying that, I could just bring this down and then over and down even further. That might be the play. I guess it depends on where the buses are going to go. Now, interestingly, these little stands up here are already working for general aviation, which is great. I don't know if we're making much money from that, but it's good that they are up and working. I'm kind of okay with that. I'm just thinking that I'm going to need to get rid of this bathroom now, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we're just going to bulldoze pretty much everything in there. And I need to work out how exactly I'm going to do this, because I really probably haven't thought this through exactly. I haven't really, yeah, this might not be my best idea. I'm going to be honest with you, but we're going to make it work is what we're going to do. So airside shuttle bus stop is what we need. And I think it does need to be up against the terminal. So what I'm wondering, actually, I don't know if it does need to be up against a terminal. So what I'm wondering is, could I do something interesting here? Can I do this? And no, I can't really do that actually. I'm thinking I could do this though, right? And then take out a chunk of that terminal, and we can have 4 bus stops kind of in here with a little road going between them. Basically, is it obvious I'm improvising? Basically this. And then that road can also link up to here. Something like that. So that's how the buses get down here. And then the bus just picks up the people, drives out to the stand, and drives back. I think that might be the way to go. Let me bulldoze some terminal, I guess, because that's kind of where I'm getting to now. So bulldoze you. It's going to be a bit of a smaller terminal, which is completely fine. And then I guess for now I can keep these guys operating whilst I get all of this set up. And then once this is all set up, we just, wait, do I need a bus stop per? I don't think I do need a bus stop per stand. I think we can have the 4 bus stops and the 6 stands. That should be okay. Okay, so this is currently a complete mess, and I hate this. I hate this little setup that we have going on here, but that's unfortunately just something I'm gonna have to deal with for the time being. But my thinking is that this might work. This might do what I'm hoping it's gonna do. So I'm gonna put myself a little door right there and a little door right there, and that should be totally fine. I want to go to desks. I want to go to boarding desks, and this is what I'm looking for, the self-boarding gate. Now these guys might do exactly what I want them to do, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for. So this is going to be a secure space. This will be secure. This will be secure, and that's fine. I need people to be able to walk out here. They don't need to walk out here. That should be fine. And then basically I want to get the self-boarding gates, and unfortunately I probably should have went with bigger doors, but that's fine. That's gonna be okay. I'm gonna just, this is an experiment, right? That's all this is. 1 2 3, and what way did I do that? Let's see. 1 2 3. So those get built. I'm pretty sure I can then connect those to all the stands, and then I think I can have this all be remote. I think. I want to say that's how this can work. I'm really hoping that that's how this is going to work, because if it doesn't, it's going to be really awkward. So you connect to there. Wait, so you're already connected. You connect to that one, and I think I can have multiple connected to the one. Yeah, so that's great. That's what I'm looking for. So the bottom one connects to the closest one. The top one here is going to connect to you. You are going to connect to that one. And you are going to connect to that one. Okay. And then you go out to that stand, which I think is now functional, or it should be. And you go out to that stand, which is hopefully also going to be functional. Then the rest of you are going to go out to these stands. So that one to that one. And then you guys are set up to go here. And you are going to be set up to go here. So those should now function. I can switch those over to be commercial once the general aviation helicopters leave, right? And then I think you... Can I... Service car stop not connected. Okay, so you're going to need service cars, which is a little bit unfortunate. So remote stands require connection to a service car stop and to a boarding desk with an airside shuttle bus stop connection before opening. Okay. So those will need service cars as well. I didn't think about the service cars. I really didn't think about that at all. But I'm kind of looking at this space and wondering if I can do something with that. It's a little bit out of the way, but what I could do, because it is in here somewhere. So this is our service car stop. I could put service car stops like along here. I could do maybe 2 of them. I could do them that way. But if I do them this way, and I do them over there as well. What if I did 1, 2, 3, 4 of those? And then I go and get myself, I don't want concrete tiles. What I'm looking for is infrastructure. I want sidewalks. If I do some sidewalks like this, and then I do a sidewalk sort of over here as well, and we make this a little bit wider, what I'm thinking I can potentially do is get myself a medium crosswalk right here and a medium crosswalk right here. That all gets set up as a staff zone. Something kind of like, assuming I can actually make this work, something like that. You come straight across to here. This is also going to be a secure zone. And if I've done this properly, I should just be able to put a little door right about there. Set that as a staff only door and also part of the secure zone. And that'll be a way for my staff to get out to some service vehicle stops, right? So yeah, service car stop not connected. Connect to service car stop, so you get connected, which I think is hopefully going to work. It is now working. Let's see, service car to there. I'm pretty sure I can connect these to multiple. Can I switch you over to commercial? I absolutely can. Switch you over to commercial. Service car is not connected. That's okay. So you, let's see. Let's actually do it this way. So that one to there. These 2 medium ones are going to go to the right. So that one's already on the right. You are going to be reconnected to the right as well. You're on the left. You're going to be switched to commercial and connected to a service car stop as well. So those are at the top one. You're going to be connected to the bottom one. And then when you leave, we can go ahead and swap this over to be commercial as well, which apparently I can't do because the plane's still around or the helicopter's still around. That's fine. So these are all set up now to work as remote stands, which is great. It also looks like we've got some people coming down here, which means we do in fact have some helicopters due to come through here. We've also got a medium helicopter due to come in later, which is very exciting. Definitely looking forward to that one. But I think what we're going to need to do is look at upgrading this this terminal just a little bit because it's a bit rough looking. We'll get this all to be blue. We'll get ourselves the same sort of concrete that goes underneath these doors, and that should be just fine. This entire space is very, it's a bit miserable looking. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little miserable looking. So let's see if we can't maybe make it look a little better. I was wasn't really expecting it to look this terrible, to be honest with you. That's kind of the only way I can describe how this looks right now. It's not a good looking space, but it's hopefully going to do the job. That's kind of where I'm going with this, is I want it to do the job. That's kind of it. That's all I'm really looking for, is I'm hoping that people are going to come in here and get their helicopters and have a great time, and you know, that'll be that. That's how it'll be. We'll get some benches along there. We could do one down at the bottom. I think I'll pass on that, and instead I want to get myself some laptop tables down here, because that seems like something that would be, I guess, good to have in a space that's all about helicopters. We'll do some laptop tables sort of here as well, and then get ourselves some, what do I want to go for in terms of chairs? I guess we'll go for this modern one. I suppose that's what I had before, I think. So we'll do a bunch of these guys, so that, you know, all of the executives waiting on their helicopters have some space to sit and use their laptops for important business or whatever it is they're doing. I paint those? No, that's unfortunate. Can I get a nice big window on this whole thing? Is that an option? It certainly is. I can get it central as well. I'm kind of thinking I want to go for the medium windows though, because I can do it here and here. And then can I get a small one in the middle? Absolutely. So all of these guys have some space to look out at the buses coming through and the helicopters landing. That seems like a good idea. We also have this space in the middle here. So I think just because I can, I'm going to copy and paste this, and it can go right about there. I think that'll be a good space for it. It fills the, fills the area a little bit. And I think finally, as just a final little touch, let's do something like this, just to sort of separate the space, right? Make it feel a little bit more premium. I think that's fair enough. I think that's an interesting way to go with this whole thing. And I'm also realizing I totally forgot to just get the extra chairs down here. So 1 and 2, there we go. So that whole thing's good to go. We've got the buses heading out, which is great. Do I have a medium helicopter? Oh, it should be on its way. Oh my God! Look at you! Oh, that looks amazing! Oh, wow. How many people are on that? 32? Oh. Where's the bus? There it is. How many people can you hold? Are you able to hold all of them? I would imagine so. 32. Yeah, that's so good. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, there we go. 32 people on board. Okay. So medium helicopters don't mess around is what we've learned today. That's really cool. They're also complaining about not having a bathroom, which is also probably fair enough. I should probably turn this space down here into a bathroom. Can I be really cheeky? So I can't do this, unfortunately. That's really annoying. That's really annoying. I was really hoping I could. Okay. Well, this is good though. This works. This is a bunch of commercial helicopters coming through. We're up to 47 today. Monday. Oh, look at that. 58. We have 58 aircraft tomorrow. A bunch of those are helicopters. I love this. I'm actually really pleased with this. We've got my service cars coming around doing their thing. That's so good. That's perfect. I'm so pleased with this. I do want to tweak it a little bit. I want to make it a little better. I also want to look at my researches because I'm pretty sure they're going to be done, right? Yeah, shops are done, maintenance is done. That's great. Let's go for cafes. That's going to be something that I think the executives and their helicopters would want. And then what does the tutorial want me to do right now? Medium aircraft. I don't want to. It's so much work. It's so much work, but I guess we should. I guess it makes sense at this point to do the medium. Where is the medium aircraft? Am I blind? Large aircraft permits right there. Hold on a minute. What does it say exactly? Oh, then build the runway. Okay, so we've done medium aircraft. We just need the runway now. Oh boy. I don't want to. I really don't want to. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't want to. Let's do the subway permit. That'll get people in here a little bit quicker and a little bit more efficiently. And that'll be fair enough. We'll do medium. We are gonna get there. We're gonna do it eventually. We're gonna have no choice, but this is fine for now. Can I? Yeah, I wanna close this stand, and I wanna close this stand as well. There is an aircraft on the stand though, so I don't think I can, because I don't want to use these anymore. And I think that might help me make this look a little bit better in here as well. It's a little bit cluttered. It's a little bit messy. And I guess we could repurpose some of this space as bathrooms, and oh, we can do cafes and stores in here as well. Absolutely. That's the move. That is 100% the move. I love this. This is the coolest thing. Just, oh man, this as like just a commercial aircraft that goes so hard. Oh wow, so we've just cleared out this entire space and immediately we have a small aircraft that has experienced a bird strike. Let's bring you in and try to fit you in somewhere, which is gonna be slightly potentially tricky because as it stands, we don't really have a free aircraft stand. Oh wait, no, it's automatically fit in somewhere, I guess. Okay, does that mean the plane is just landed and is doing its thing? I think it has, or it is. There it is. Yeah, we got this guy coming in. That's really, it's a bit rough looking, I'm not gonna lie. That's not good, but they'll be all right. They can head over to the hangar and everything's gonna be okay. So let's now go ahead and get rid of this extra part of terminal that we don't need anymore. We're gonna put a wall right about here. And I also need to make sure that this is part of the secure zone now, which it absolutely will be. So that's going to give us a bit more space out here to play with if that's something I decide I want to do. I don't necessarily know if that is something I'm going to do anytime soon, but it does mean that if I get more remote stands, which I did say I wanted to change these guys into remote stands. I didn't think about that. I'm going to be honest, I really didn't think about the fact that I completely forgot about those stands up there. I got carried away with the helicopters, but now I'm realizing that I could. I mean, we have got plenty of space still to schedule things. So maybe not these ones, but maybe these guys could be remote stands. So another setup like this, basically another 4. Oh, I'm about to get so carried away with this. I'm about I'm about to just get so carried away with this entire thing. It is ridiculous. But I think it's going to be good. What are you guys complaining about? A passenger can't board. Make sure a boarding desk is accessible. Oh, there you go. All right, so they're good now. That's fine. I'm going to be honest, I don't love this setup that I've done here with these guys just in the middle of the floor, but I guess it's going to have to do. I could move them to be sort of down here on the carpet. I might do that eventually. I'll do that with this layout up here, which I think honestly, realistically, I am just going to duplicate what I've done here. So can I actually just copy and paste this entire thing? No, that's really unfortunate, but that's okay. So basically, very simply, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need to get ourselves, what have I unlocked? Oh, subways. Let's do it. Oh, wait, how much is a subway entrance? It's 100,000. We're back above 1 million though, which is good. So you know what? Let's do a subway entrance right there in the middle. It's a bit expensive, but I want to say it's probably worthwhile. Yeah, I like that as a spot. That seems pretty good. Probably unnecessary, but we'll go for it. We'll do this as well. And then now I just need to get myself some, oh man, how am I going to do this? I guess we'll just go for the larger doors this time. So a nice large door. Oh no, it's in the way of the plant though. Or the plant's in the way of the door, I should say. We'll do the smaller doors, I guess. I really should I put this higher up? I should put this higher. I should move this up by 1, I think. I could move it right up to here. Actually, you know what? We're going to move this quite considerably. Because I don't know about you, but I think this looks quite a bit better, and I'm very much on board for this layout. We've also got room in here for another part of terminal, which I think is going to be really good for us. I think that'll be kind of cool for shops and toilets and all that kind of stuff. We have this space over here for all of that as well. And we did get the larger doors, which I'm kind of excited about too. So let's get these walls built and then immediately demolish them. And then what I'd like to do is go in and start to just tidy all of this up, because that's supposed to be set up this way. We are, I suppose, probably going to redo the window setup from down here. So window, window, and then small window in the middle, and that'll be just fine. So that'll be all right. We can say that this entire space is going to be a secure space. We are going to be letting passengers in there. And I think what we'll also do is get the carpet right through there, and then the wooden floor, just for the time being, can go through there as well. That's probably not going to be staying, because that is going to be turned into something else, but just for now, we're going to do it this way, and that'll be all right. And then these guys, they're going to be the remote stands that we're dealing with. So why did I do the bigger? I don't need the bigger doors. I'm an idiot. Is what we're learning today. I am absolutely an idiot, but that's okay. That's fine. We're learning things, and that's the point. I also forgot about the self-check-in and the bag drop. Really should play around with those at some point, but for now, what we'll do is this. I'm gonna sort of concept my thing from down here. Let's do, what way do I want to do this? Let's do 1, 2, and 1, 2. And then I'll get myself a little bit of a hedge right there and there, because I think that'll look nice. And I could probably just bring that back a little bit. Maybe sort of in front of the door as well, just so the people coming in have to go out and around. I think that'll look kind of cool. And that'll be how people get out to the buses here. And then those buses go up to these guys, and that'll be great. That's, yeah, that's totally gonna be great. I don't think we're gonna have enough seating right now though, so let me very quickly deal with that. Is that central? It kind of is. It can't necessarily go central on the floor here though, but I think we're gonna have to just deal with that as a fact. In fact, I think what I'm gonna do is sort of space these out a little bit like that, and that should be better for seating. I could do something here as well, but I think what I'll do instead is just get the single row seats and we'll put them this way. Actually, I'm not gonna do that last one. We'll do them like this and that'll be all right. And I don't think that's gonna be enough seating at all, but they can sit over here and it'll be okay. They're gonna be getting on a bus anyway. They're gonna be sitting down at some point, so they'll be fine. They'll be totally fine. And there we go. These guys are all set up to be remote stands as well, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm just thinking that oh, okay, we probably want to do some more research now that we're here. Let's do quality kitchen restaurants. Gives us restaurant contracts, cooking stations, food preparing items, and a fridge freezer. Might as well start upgrading the place to be a bit fancy whilst we're here. And I guess we'll start looking at project group 3 for some research as well. That way we can research 3 things at a time, which I think will be great. I also think it would be great to, first off, get you in that blue color as well, if you wouldn't mind. I think it might be an idea to get more buses. I don't think we need too many, but I think 2 more buses would be an idea. I think 2 more service cars might be an idea. And I think a bunch of ramp agents would be an idea as well. So let's reject everybody that's not very good. Let's start, you know, sorting by skill a little bit here. And we'll just bring in a few more of them. We'll look at ramp agents here. They're all more or less okay. Some of them a little bit worse than others, but that's all right. I think we do have these service cars coming in as well, which is fantastic news. So what we'll do is go ahead and get those all painted up in the right color. So let's go to, can I filter by, let's turn all of them off. Let's look at transit, which is what we're looking for. And then I want to get this color right here. So the service cars are all going to be set to that sort of weirdish yellow color, which is completely fine. The buses are going to be set to the same sort of dark blue as all of the furniture that we have. And that should keep us in a decent spot, I think. I think that'll keep us okay. Service car here as well needs to be yellow. Let's close you. I think that keeps us in a good spot. Yeah, they've all updated. You haven't though, so you need to be blue. There we go. So now everything's the color that I want it to be. We should, hopefully, see some people coming through here. So we have these small aircraft stands. These are the new ones, which is amazing news. 58 flights coming in today. 74 tomorrow. We're managing to max out the airport. That's amazing news. So here's what I'm thinking we're going to do just before we wrap things up for today. I'm going to do another little terminal extension down here. And this is going to serve as another bathroom because this one over here, I'm pretty sure it's a bit busy. It's definitely a little bit busy. This space in here, I'm going to save this because I think this would be an amazing spot for like a restaurant with some windows just looking out at the helicopters landing. I think that'd be a great spot for it. And some shops as well. We can definitely do those in there. We can do some shops in this space as well. And if I wanted to, I could probably get rid of some chairs and do a little tiny shop in the middle up here as well. Or we could, if I wanted to, chop away at some of this space and get some shops in that way as well. We could maybe move this staff room and turn it into a space that's accessible from departures, and then move the staff room to honestly anywhere. The staff room really doesn't need to be in this space. I just like it being back there because it looks cool, but yeah, it really doesn't need to be there. Anyway, what we'll do is get ourselves a little door right about there. We'll get this turned into a secure space. We'll turn this into a bathroom as well. And then what I'd like to do is get myself a wall. And actually what I'd like to do first is get myself some toilets. because I want to see how many of these guys I can get in here. And you know what? I think my wall idea might be a pretty good one. I think what we'll go for is something a little bit like this. I'm gonna make this a little bit cramped. I think I usually go for sort of 2 wide or 2 tiles wide for walking spaces, but we'll go for a little bit cramped there just so we can get plenty of stuff in here. We'll do a bunch of sinks down here. We'll do a bunch of hand dryers just down here, and we'll go ahead and get ourselves some tiles in there as well. We'll use these guys, a little something like that. We'll get this opened up, and that should keep my passengers nice and happy now that they have a bathroom in this part of the airport. It is also really cool seeing all of these people coming through now to get off of these buses and get on these buses to go out to the remote stands. I really like that. That makes me really, really happy. I'm hoping that we do end up making a good amount of money with this whole setup as well. We get more passengers coming through, some of them complaining a little bit, but they're figuring it out. And I'm also thinking that there's one last little change I'd like to make before we wrap things up for today, and that is going to be to do this along a whole bunch of these boarding gates, because I think what that's going to do, and here as well, I think that's hopefully going to just push people to sort of walk down through the middle here. I know that's completely unnecessary, but it's just it is a pet peeve of mine that they don't do that. It does annoy me more than it should. So I'm gonna also just do some bushes in there as well, just to try and steer them a little bit, right? Hopefully that'll get them walking right down through the middle instead of like across the whole boarding space. It's completely unnecessary. I know it's completely unnecessary, but it's what we're gonna do. It's fine. And as a final point, I think it's worth pointing out, we are now at 75 of 75 aircraft. I'm gonna bring this down to, I can't go lower than 15 minutes. Okay, that's fine. This might not be good for us, by the way. We can get more aircraft in here. We can actually get a lot more aircraft in here if we just tighten things up a little bit, but I don't know how security is gonna handle this. I might have expanded a little bit too rapidly here, and I might live to regret that, but we're gonna see what happens. We also don't have enough seating out here, which is actually a bit of a concern, so let me just demolish all of it for now, and we'll rebuild this. Just, again, I keep saying it's the last thing we're gonna do before we wrap up for today, but this is the last thing we're gonna do before we wrap up for today, because I do think seating is, I think seats are kind of important. I think it's fair that we get this out of the way. I'm not gonna put them over here because this is gonna be shop space. So let me see what we can do here. What I'm thinking is something like this for that space. I'm thinking we get the large seats and we do something like this. And can I think I can get an interesting little layout here. We'll go like this and this. We'll have these guys here and here. That looks great. I could, if I wanted to, bring a wall down here. I don't think I need to do that though. I think we're all right with that as the layout. And I think what I'll do is just get a hedge right down here through the middle. And I like that. I think that's okay. Again, it's probably going to move around. This is still not a permanent layout by any means, so it really doesn't matter too much what way I do this. But I think that's a bit more seating. I think that's a pretty good layout. It's nice and symmetrical with the desks. Security seems to be handling things just fine, despite the fact that basically every stand is full. Well, more or less. So that's good. Security's good. Check-in's good. Seating's going to be fine. This whole space has a lot of people coming and going. A lot of people sitting. A lot of people waiting. A lot of people heading out to buses. But I like this. We're also making money, which is fantastic. We're approaching $1 million again. So let's just keep that going. And I guess let's just leave it there for today. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.